Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about speech therapy. I'm Rita and today it's all about you. Speech therapy is a type of treatment for communication issues and speech disorders. It is performed by a professional, which we call a speech therapist. And this treatment goal is to improve communication, articulation and language in children and in adults. Toddlers are the most common age group that usually are doing or participate in some kind of speech therapy. This actually can be a solution for articulation disorders, fluency disorders, resonance, which is actually a blockage in the airflow, in the oral or in the nasal cavities. Can all be a solution for receptive disorders like have trouble understanding and processing what other people are saying, and it can also be, of course, a symptom of autism, hearing loss or head injury. It is very common that speech therapy is used for cognitive communication disorders caused by biological problems or by violent accidents that can eventually cause a difficulty in the thinking process, memory issues, speaking, listening, or in other types of language disorder like dyslexia or aphasia. Usually for children, speech therapy exercises and activities depend on the age of the child and on the type of issue or on type of symptoms that the child can present, and is a type of therapy that usually uses the plays, books, pictures and other objects as part of the language to stimulate development in these areas. It is also used to correct sounds, to teach the sounds of the specific language, and it's very common that the therapist sends some type of homework for a continuous progress at home with parents or with caregivers. For adults, it is use models of sounds and the correct pronunciation of words that will help with the speech, the language and with the cognitive communication. The time spent in speech therapy depends on the age, the type and the severity of the speech disorder, the fluency of the treatment, the fluency of the therapy and the treatment itself. Some of these speech disorders that we talk about today start in childhood and can eventually improve with age or not. For other child, they will grow up with this type of disorder and they will have to manage and to cope during adult life. Any type of communication disorder caused by a stroke or some other type of medical conditions may eventually improve with treatment. Speech therapy is a type of therapy with very high rates of success, particularly with children, and when starts in the early days and have a really intense practice at home. So, to understand if your child needs some kind of a speech therapy support, try to observe the fluence between the 2 and the 3 years old. Try to read books at any time and tell stories for the child to achieve much more vocabulary. Have word games around and play constantly with the child. Listen to professionals, talk to the child pediatrician to make sure that your child development is happening as expected. Of course, not everybody develops at the same time and not with the same timings, but it is important for you to talk with the pediatrician and try to understand what it is a normal delay in terms of speech, for instance, and what it can really be a red sign in the same cases. And so that's all for today, guys. I hope you like it. I hope you subscribe to the channel, leave a thumbs up, share with a friend, comment if you want, and I'll see you next time for another video. Bye!